Alex, is this a move in your reading meant to enhance our democracy? We have seen instances where government working with the opposition, but one thing that has been the constant denominator in all the actions made by the president, including the latest on Monday when he attended the burial of the late sister to the trade CS Moses Kuria, Pauline Nyokafi Kuria, in Kiambu County, saying that rule out handshake. There will be no detente, there will be no rapprochement between the opposition, the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, and him. I mean, whilst ruling out that, is this proposal meant to embolden our governance structure and better our governance model? Absolutely.
I mean, give me fees over the handshake any day, every day of the week. You remember when you had our last show, Ayub, last year, it was during the height of the proposed amendment to the Constitution to create the the position of the leader of official opposition. Mm-hmm. And you remember I posited then, and I still do now, that position, the position of the leader of opposition, it's a key tenet of a country with a proper governance structure. Because ideally, when you have the official opposition, you have, in essence, a government in waiting. You have a government that is able to check the ruling coalition or the ruling government. In essence, you have a very vibrant oversight. And remember, we've been talking about oversight. We've been talking about who is it that oversights the county government? Who oversights the national government? Who oversights the executive? Who checks on the excesses of the executive? Who checks on the executive at a time when a lot of Kenyans feel that the executive has become uncomfortably close with the judiciary? So when you have a vibrant opposition, they play that role. When you have a handshake, you pacify the opposition and sort of invite them into the government. Okay. So for me, I would support these every day. But, I'm also reading these and asking myself, why now? Now, if you remember, towards the close of last year, there was almost a universal acceptance that would have the LOP position, leader of official position. And then at some point, we had the president's visit to Nyanza, where you could see it was well choreographed, that the leader, Lamayan's party leader had, lined up his troops. The president was given a rousing welcome, and it almost felt like this really was the icing on the cake of that rapprochement, Okay. And then, of course, comes the bombshell. The president speaks first about Chebukati and what may have happened to him. Then the following day, there is the whistleblower. And then, of course, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga calls a massively attended rally, in Kamukunji, and then calls another one on Sunday, this coming Sunday. Then all of a sudden, the Attorney General is now talking about the creation of the leader of official opposition. As a student of politics, it tells me there's a lot simmering beneath the surface. Okay, but then when you point out, just hang on, when you point out that chain, you see there are many instances that you have cobbled together. Right. What is the predictive outcome in your view? I don't have a crystal ball. I really don't. The only crystal ball I may have as a sportsman is that Arsenal will win the Premier League this season.
That conversation cannot happen.
I know. But on a serious note, though, this is the government trying to contain or pacify Raila Odinga and his coalition. These small conversations by the AG, they are not accidental. Okay. This tells me that something happened between December and last week that perhaps cooled down the talks of that position of official opposition leader that then needed a crisis to bring it back to the table. But I could be wrong.